No.
I feel like I'm in an interview with the next future Oprah, but I
Oh,
caught you before you made it to Oprah status.
girl, that Oprah status buddy too.
So I can say, oh, I knew her before. She was
Oh my
this.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I think we are live. Hold on one second because it's not showing yet, but I want to make sure.
I see
We
it on
are
my
live. It's
end. It
showing me
says,
it's now live. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome back. Happy Thursday to you all. Tracy Thomas here with Stellar Marketing and Business Solutions, and you are tuned into this week's Stellar Marketing Pros Weekly Live, where we bring local marketing experts as well as our very own stellar marketing clients. And I am super excited about our guest today. Our guest today, this individual is an accountant and a QuickBooks Online Certified Pro Advisor for 10 years. She's been doing this. She's been in the game for a minute. And that's with a full cycle accounting experience. She has worked in various industries throughout her career. She received her bachelor's degree in finance accounting from Florida Atlantic University. Woohoo, okay. And her passion, and this is why we get along so well. This is why I feel like she's a friend as well as a business colleague, and she has been a lifesaver for our agency and working with us as a bookkeeper and accountant. And I must say that she is passionate about helping individuals in business to succeed. She definitely does. So I introduce to you today's guest, Litonya Salmon. Yay!
hi,
Welcome.
hello, everyone. Thank you.
How are you, Latonya?
I'm good. That was a very beautiful introduction. I'm proud.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you should be. You should be. You are doing some amazing things. And I am just super blessed that I have you in my life because you've been a lifesaver and you've educated me on
Oh,
quite a bit when it comes to making sure that your books are right and educating me on online QuickBooks Online. Had no clue as to, because I remember prior to working with you, I was doing paper invoices. I was using an individual
I do remember that.
software for
Yeah.
proposals, and it was just too much. But when you introduced that
Yeah.
to me, oh, you totally changed my life. So I'm just like so thankful for you on that. I don't want to go on because I can go on and on. We could talk for hours. Because
Yeah, we could. We
that's
definitely
just
could.
that's just how we are. But let's start off with this interview. I just want you to tell everybody about LSS bookkeeping and accounting and the services that you offer
Okay.
and how you're different from any other accounting or bookkeeping company.
Okay. So LSS is me, Latonya Salmon. That's what you get. You get my personal service. I've been an accountant for I lost count, 13, 14, some odd years. I am also certified in QuickBooks can't even talk. Certified pro advisor in QuickBooks Online.
Mhm.
And I specialize in accounting, in QuickBooks training, and payroll and tax preparation. What I feel makes me different is that I'm mobile.
Mhm.
So I come to you. The business owners are working normally during the same hours as their accountant most times, so they can't always get to the accountant's office. So I make it easy for you by coming to you. I can either meet you at a central location or just come to your place of business to
Mhm.
cater to you and to your needs. So I feel like that's one of the ways that I've chosen to stand out, is by not having an actual office
Mhm.
where people can come and see me during certain business hours, but me coming to see you to
Mhm.
give you that service. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm happy to do it because it allows me to get out there and meet everyone and
Right.
provide a personal service to the client.
Right, right, and you do that so well. Even with the services that you provide, you also provide training for individuals that want to actually manage their own accounting, QuickBooks,
Yes,
train them on the tool software in order for them to be successful. And if they need the help, you're there and say, hey, you know what? And a lot of times, isn't that how it is? They get in it, they get the software, they
that
get
is,
set
yep.
They start their invoicing, their estimates, and maybe not even a year out, they say, okay, listen, I need you to handle it. And there you go.
That is usually always how it happens. People always want to handle their own books. And I encourage you to actually do so. I
Yeah.
would prefer to show you what's happening in your book so that you are aware before you outsource it to someone else. I feel like everyone needs to be aware and have an understanding of what their accountant or bookkeeper will be doing in their account. So I would prefer to train you, but it always works the same. People say, oh, I can do it myself. And then when they realize it's a lot of work and there's a lot of transactions, and then as their company is growing, these transactions are growing from maybe 30 or 40 a month, maybe to 130, a month. And now they don't have the time to sit here once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month to go through their books, and they need to end up outsourcing it so they can take that off of their plate and have someone else take care of that for them.
Right.
And that's the goal, because you should only be concentrating on growing your business and advancing your company, not worry about the financial piece. That's what accountants are for. So let your accountant handle that and take care of that for you.
Right. And what I appreciate with your services as well, you focusing on monthly reconciliation, whether it's quarterly or whether it's monthly, but then also me tag teaming on the back end as well, because the products, your inventory, you should be hands-on like that as a business owner within your QuickBooks account, correct?
Yes, that is absolutely correct. There are so many features that QuickBooks can offer you that would allow you to not only invoice your clients, but pay your bills and keep track of your inventory, as well as tracking your income and expenses. Like, there's no reason now moving forward to where your books are not in order. Like, there are so many resources out there. QuickBooks Online is my personal favorite. To me, it's the most user-friendly accounting software out there, and it's seamless. It's very easy to use. And if you don't agree, then I'm here to assist you with that and show you how to navigate through it. But it provides you all the opportunities and resources that you need to be able to manage your inventory and, like I said, invoice your clients, make sure you're receiving your money, to know where your money is going, to know how much of it is coming in, just to have a financial report, to know what's going on in your company at any time. So that's always the goal, is to know what's happening in our companies.
Right. And we're also going to hit on this. I got a question for you in regards to this next question, but let's look at it in regards to QuickBooks as well as payroll. You can actually do your own payroll within QuickBooks as well, which is very important, especially with a lot of stuff that's taking place, as far as, independent contractors and small businesses having a payroll W-2, paying themselves and having a tracking of that, correct?
That is correct. And that's become now one of the, I would say, hottest features of QuickBooks, because there is a payroll feature that allows you to pay yourself as an employee and pay your employees as well. And it allows you to be able to file and pay your payroll taxes through QuickBooks. But the reason that's also very important is because right now, with all of the small business loans that are in place for us to take advantage of because of the virus, a lot of these loans, you have to have been on payroll. You have to have been a W-2 employee of your company, which is becoming an issue for a lot of people who are trying to qualify for some of these loans and are not able to. So it is very important to know where you fall in that category. And if you are interested in payroll, QuickBooks does offer that service, and it syncs directly into your QuickBooks accounting software. So there's no need to have a different platform for payroll and then another platform for your accounting software. It's all in one. It allows you to pay your contractors via direct deposit, along with paying your employees, and then filing and paying your taxes so you're on time and compliant with the state and IRS. It's a no-brainer, really, at this point, and allows you to be compliant and possibly be eligible for some of these loans that are available to small business owners right now.
Right, right. So what I would like to do is also mention to our viewers today, if you have any questions, any concerns in regards to your accounting, any questions regarding your bookkeeping, please drop those questions in the comments. We'll be able to answer those while we're here on this live, as well as whether we're off the live, and if you are viewing the replay, just still put those comments down there and we can answer those questions for you, okay? So let me make sure if there's any questions or anything. Just want to make sure to address people, Litonya. So let's talk about what's going on now. How are you as a business owner? How are you managing with this craziness, this madness that has been going on?
I'm managing probably the same as everyone else. It's just right now I'm trying to find new ways to reinvent my business, find new ways to become more automated in my processes. And I've had to switch gears to help a lot of my clients and to help others try to figure out, if they qualify for these small business loans, for like the SBA loan or the PPP loan. And what I'm discovering a lot is that, people really don't have their books in order, which is, the problem that we're running into. But so my focus during this time is just to really try to help people, but also trying to find new ways during this time to, reinvent my business and try to find new ways to reach out to people since, we're not able to meet face to face, so much at this time.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty much what my firm has been doing. And then, just trying to make sure, and I know I've been saying this over and over and over again, it feels like I'm repeating myself all the time, but it is so important for us to have our books in order, because while I'm reaching out or people reaching out to me to help them with these loans, in the process of these loan applications, they're asking financial questions about your revenue and certain business expenses that people don't have the answer to. And it's because they don't have their books in order. They have maybe thought about it, but just have never made a move to try to, get their stuff in order. And it's so important, because we don't think about this until we either need to get a loan or we're at a bank, trying to do something financial related, and the bank wants to know, well, how much money have you made? Provide me a financial statement. Or when it's tax time and, you have your bag of receipts and your tax accountant is looking at you like, where's your financial statement?
Right.
So all of these things, they just it goes to show that a lot of small business owners are not taking the time to really handle the books of their business properly, or if you don't want to, outsource that piece so that you have the correct financial data, so that when situations like this arise, you're prepared. You have what you need. You don't have to get to the point of an application up to the financial piece and then now you're stuck. And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what my monthly revenue is or what my yearly revenue is. I have no idea. Like, how do I figure this out? Like, these are things that as a business owner you should be aware of at any given point. So it's really, really, really important for us to, during this downtime now, if you have that downtime, to concentrate on getting your business together, getting it in order, getting your books together, so that you are set up for the future for anything that arises. Nothing should have to stop you from applying for a loan or getting your taxes done or whatever it is. You should be prepared, at all times.
Right. And we was talking about that earlier in regards to, using this downtime and taking advantage of that, because I know that I'm currently in that space, where it's like I'm going back, and it is, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and this is like, oh my gosh, Lord, we got an extension on our taxes. What? So it's like, okay, let me focus on these expenses and making sure that I'm tracking, not necessarily saying that we haven't tracked the expenses, but I know that there's more that I could be tracking and probably even getting reimbursed on. So this time has been the time where I've been going 1 through 12, month 1 through 12 for 19, and we're in 2020 to get caught up to that, to be able to say that, okay, Litonya, this is my mileage. Here's records of my the receipts that I was telling you, and you had introduced and mentioned the QuickBooks receipt with the app. Actually scan the receipt, and it scans in, and it actually just automatically picks up that particular expense, and you can, so that has been a godsend, just to be able to have that time, because before it's always been busy, and now it's just okay, Tracy, let's get this, and it feels good. I'm starting to really, I'm just really happy with a lot of the stuff that I've been able to actually put in, as far as the work. And you can see the work, you as my accountant, the back end, you're like, oh, okay, she working. She working.
Yeah, you're doing it. You make a good point about, having reimbursable expenses, because so many business owners don't track their expenses, they don't even realize how many deductible expenses they actually have. Like they're trying to just tell you, like from the top of their heads, oh yeah, I know I probably spend about maybe $3,000 in like job supplies and things like that. But there may be a whole lot more that you're just not thinking of, because you don't have a system in place that is helping you track these, which means that when it's tax time, you're not getting back the most you could possibly be receiving, or maybe paying less than you could have been paying, because you don't have the proper expenses in place to know what is deductible, excuse me, and what isn't. So that's very important. You made a really good point, because a lot of people don't know, what they have sitting right in front of them in that big bag of receipts, that big shoebox of receipts that they have. And most of them are faded anyway. You can't even read them. They pull them back months later, and you can't even see what the dollar amount was or who you actually purchased something from, which is why, like you mentioned, the receipt capture feature in the app allows you to just take a picture of the receipt at that time. You can trash it if you want after that, because you have that picture, and it uploads it into your QuickBooks account. It will even attach it to the expense if you have your bank account connected. So that way you never have to worry about tracking a receipt or looking for a receipt or trying to figure out, what's going on. You have it right there in your account.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So tell me, what have you been doing differently in your personal life to help you through all of this as well? I mean, I know that you've always been a very spiritual person, so I know you pray and meditate. Have you done anything as far as any type of new regimens?
I don't want to say it's a new regimen, just trying to, I guess, figure out a way to kind of navigate through going to church online now, because that's a new one for me. Yep. So in my new regimen, trying to get, my Sunday church in online is a little bit different. It's not the same as when you're there in person in church, but nothing has really changed in my personal life other than that I'm just home more, which I'm kind of tired of that. But other than that, everything is kind of still the same. I'm out here trying to help my clients. I'm still trying to reach out to people, trying to see what they need. I'm still making sure that everybody's, books are maintained in my daily life. I'm still doing, all what I can do. I'm trying to work out when I can, which I'm not gonna lie, because I'm at home. It's not the same when I'm not. But that's another story. But nothing has really changed in my personal life other than I'm just, in my house more and, trying to go with this flow of everything being online now, everything being on Zoom versus me going out and, being in the public, But other than that, nothing has changed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's talk about some type of advice. Let's just say this is a business owner. They don't work
Okay.
weekends. Um, what words of advice would you give somebody as a takeaway today?
Well, I mentioned this briefly in a workshop that I was a panelist on last week. I want to say last week, Wednesday. It was for the city of West Palm. It was called New Business Workshop. And for a new business owner, my advice would be to one, get your business structured. Figure out what type of business entity you want, open up your business checking account, apply for your EIN number, get your business completely set up. That's the first thing. And then once you have the business set up, you need to immediately start to track your income and your expenses, not at the end, because even as you're paying for these business licenses, those are business expenses that
Mhm.
you need to also be tracking. Most people don't realize that. They kind of start later on when they start buying material or buying supplies, not realizing that some of the licenses, all of the licenses, are part of your business expenses. So my advice to all business owners is to set up your business in a way that when situations, unfortunate situations like this arise, you're not scrambling to try to get everything in order.
Mhm.
Start it from the beginning. Put all your processes in place. Have your accountant on hand. Have your attorney on hand. Any insurances that you need for your business, make sure you know what those are pertaining to your business industry. Make sure you have those in place. Make sure you have a system. Are you going to be on payroll? Are you going to have employees? Or are you choosing to have independent contractors instead? How are you going to pay them? I know we all love Cash App. I'm just being very honest here from an accountant perspective.
Let's
Cash
talk
App
about it.
is
Talk about
not an accountant's friend.
it. Okay.
I know
Okay.
we all love it. I'm just going to go out there and say, please do not use it for your business if you can, because a lot of people, they hold their money in the Cash App and they don't cash it out to their bank and they end up using it. And none of those things that you're doing that's not hitting your bank account, it's almost like it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
So you have expenses, you have deductions that you probably won't be able to claim because it never happened. There's no record of it. Plus, it's a nightmare for an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
So just set your business up in a way where everything runs smoothly. You have no issues with your books. Make sure your books are in order. Make sure you have someone to outsource it to if you don't, want to handle it yourself. But just make sure that your business is set up properly. That way, if this ever happens again, or something else happens, and you need to apply for a loan or whatever the case is, you're ready. You have all your ducks in a row. You got your reports. You got your taxes. You have everything you need to submit to someone asking you for your business finances.
Mm-hmm.
That's very, very, very important, because again, people wait to the very end. People have waited till now when they're trying to apply for these loans,
Yeah. Oh,
and they can't answer the simple questions of, like, how much revenue I made in 2019, what were my cost of goods for 2019,
that sounds like a
and they have
nightmare.
no idea.
That sounds
It
like
is a
a
nightmare.
nightmare. I mean, just like, oh my gosh, you know,
It is.
bad
It
enough
is.
that you got to deal with this, but then at the same time, it's like you like, yeah. So you guys hear that, right? This is just get your books right. Make sure that you're taking advantage of whatever downtime you have to make sure that you get your books right. We have an extension on taxes to July the 15th. We also have
Yes,
extension on our business registration, the state of Florida with sunbiz.org until what, June the 30th, you know,
until June 30th. Yes.
there you go. You know,
Please don't forget about that, because
yes.
no one wants to pay the $400 penalty
It's like a
that
full,
they will charge you. So please, yes, you have these few extra months here. Well, probably about maybe a month and a half roughly, to get all of these things in order. Like I said, QuickBooks Online is very inexpensive. They have different versions, but the smallest version is very inexpensive. It's a small investment for the greater good of your business and your business finances. It's time for everyone to get their books in order so that there's no reason to not be eligible for a loan if you could possibly be, due to you not having the proper structure in place.
Right. Okay. All right. So Litonya, tell us where our viewers can find you at online. And then let's also talk about any type of upcoming events that you're hosting or a part of.
So my website is lssaccounting.com. You can find me there. You can find my Facebook page, which is LSS Bookkeeping and Accounting. Oh, my Instagram is LSS Accounting. And I can't remember.
We'll
so I was about to tell you.
That's okay. We'll drop the links in the comments as well. We'll drop the links in the comments. But let me hear about any type of upcoming events you got going on.
Yes. So coming up next week, Thursday is the 14th. Next Thursday, the next 3 Thursdays, I will be doing a QuickBooks live training on Facebook with Grassroots Consulting and Juan Williams.
Awesome.
That's Chandra Stringer and Juan Williams. I don't want to say his name wrong, I'm getting tongue tied. The next 3 Thursdays.
Brother Juan Williams. Yes, that's my brother.
So if anyone has QuickBooks, or they don't have QuickBooks, but they are interested in getting it and learning how to use it, this is a free training. There's no excuse. All you need to have is a computer or a laptop, and you need to already have purchased your QuickBooks Online subscription. Gotcha. The QuickBooks training will be an hour long, and there'll be an extra 30 minutes afterwards for any questions anyone has. Okay. It will cover navigating through, connecting your bank account, entering estimates, invoices, bills, purchase orders, and going through payroll. So it's going to cover the basics. It's not going to be literally everything because there's so much in QuickBooks. It would take weeks to actually show you every single function, but these are the basics. These apply to probably about 85% of small businesses.
Awesome.
So I will go through 3 Thursdays of showing you how to navigate and use QuickBooks Online. So please don't miss out. It's going to be very important, very informative for everyone. So, you know.
And we'll make sure to drop those links as well so that you guys can get set up and registered with that, because I'm definitely telling you that's the right place to be. I remember the last year doing the QuickBooks training and workshops with you, live events.
Yes, you were my first training.
Oh my gosh, and it was awesome. I'm just I'm just like, okay. But now you've taken it online. So that's even awesome. You know, I mean, doing it virtually, you know, you can share your screen and you would get probably more of a attendance rate because it's online. People can do it from the comforts of their own home, you know?
Yes. So there's no reason now at this point why for the last part of 2020, you're not together. Your books are not together.
Right.
We're laying out all of the tools and resources that you need. Exactly. All you have to do is show up, have your computer ready, have your QuickBooks subscription ready to go, and it's there. I'm providing, you know, valuable information that we all need to make sure that we are all set moving forward. You know, my goal is to help everybody. I'm trying to bring everybody with me as much as I can because there's so much that we need to do better as business owners that, you know, a lot of people are not teaching us. So, you know, I'm here, I'm trying, and it's going to be awesome. So I please want everybody to tune in, ask your questions, tell me what you need to know. You know, if there's things I'm not touching on, put it in the comments so that I can make sure I get around to it, so I can make sure you all understand what's happening in QuickBooks and how to work it properly.
Awesome. Well, I thank you for stopping by today and interviewing.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to close out. I just thank you all for tuning in today. Again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you like what you hear, please leave that in the comments as well. I want to know if these live streams are being helpful, if there's value that's being provided, because we plan on doing this every week. And I'd like to get any questions that you may have. We can talk about these topics within the comments of these live streams. So again, thank you, Litonya. You enjoy the rest of your week. You guys enjoy the rest of your week and tune in next week. We'll see you then. All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.